people, welcome to your favorite cooking show on TV, Food Clinic. I'm your host today and my name is Blue, and today we'll be making a Nigerian dish, a popular one, basically known in the north, and it's called Yamarita. Yamarita is simply boiled yam dipped in raw eggs and flour, but it's not necessarily you use flour. You can just use the raw eggs alone, but it depends on what you want. So that's our dish for today. When we come back from this break, I'll be introducing you to all our ingredients. Stay tuned. Welcome back, people. So I'll be introducing you now to all our ingredients for the Yamarita. So we have our yams already sliced but not yet peeled, and of course we have our eggs, raw eggs. We have salt to taste, and we have onion. We have our pepper blended already. We have our oil, groundnut oil, and we also have some seasoning cube to season our meal for today. So I'm going to be starting off first of all by peeling our yams and then cutting them to the size I want. So in this particular dish, most people actually use flour to mix with the egg to give it some kind of stiffness, but I'm not going to be using flour today. I'm just going to be using plain raw eggs. It depends on what you want. I just want to use plain eggs, and that's how I want mine to be done. So I'm going to start first of all slicing my yams, or rather I have to peel them first and then slice to the sizes I want, and then after then I'll cut my onions or chop my onions. So I'm peeling my yams. You can make it into any shape you want. So I'm going to be doing the square shape. This is popularly known in the northern part of Nigeria. This is one of their most popular dish. It's not really popular in the south, but in the north it's everywhere. And it's nice. I've had it a few times and I really did enjoy it. So it's something you can actually try at home anytime. It's very easy to make. Very easy. One of the most simplest northern dishes to make, to prepare. I just want it to look nice, and that's why I'm giving it these shapes. But you can choose whatever you want. You can do it anyhow. So I'm still chopping this or cutting it to the size I want it to be, and then I'll boil it. Then after the boiling, you mix your eggs, add some pepper and everything you need to add, and you fry. So I'm washing the yams. I'm done peeling and then cutting to the size that I want. So it's time to wash and put in my pot, and then I'll boil. Then when our yam boils, when it gets soft, we'll bring it out from the pot, and then we mix our ingredients for the Yamarita, which is the egg, pepper, onion, salt, and some other things, and then we begin to fry. So for now, I'm just going to put this on fire and let it boil and soften. So my yam is in the pot already, and it's time to boil. So I'm just going to turn off my gas and put the yam on fire. So our yam is on fire and it's cooking already. So I'm just going to clear up this place. Of course, we have to be clean while cooking. You don't have to leave the whole place messy while cooking. You just have to clean everywhere and make it attractive. So I'm just going to get this off here and make my cooking environment as neat as possible. They say cleanliness is next to godliness, so of course you need to be clean, especially in the kitchen. The kitchen is where you make food. Everything goes into your stomach, and then it's all about healthy living. So you have to be clean so you don't eat germs or let germs get into your system. So that's why we have to keep everywhere clean, as neat as possible. Our yam is on fire already, and in a few minutes time we'll start our cooking proper, or our frying proper, because it's all about frying. After the boiling, we fry. So right now it's time to chop our onions to good sizes. Onion is very important in every meal, of course. So I'm just going to be chopping this bit by bit. So about Yamarita, the first time I had it was in Kaduna State. Actually, it's a popular northern dish, of course, everyone knows that. It's very popular in the north and in Abuja as well. Abuja is, of course, part of the north. So the first time I tried it was actually in Kaduna State. Before then, I hadn't even heard anything about this particular meal. So I went to visit a friend, and I think I met them eating Yamarita. Yes, and I was like, what is this? And they said it's Yamarita. I was like, wow, it looks nice, but I've not tested it before. So that was the first time I was introduced to Yamarita. And of course it was nice, it tasted really nice. And then I went back to Abuja. You know me now, I love to try new things, of course. So I tried my own version of Yamarita, and it came out perfectly well. It was so nice and yummy. I enjoyed it, and of course my family too did enjoy it. So that was how my love for Yamarita came about. And I can't even count the number of times I've done this, but I think it's more than like 10 times. Yes, because of how nice it is. It's a very nice delicacy that everyone needs to try, of course. I know it's not really popular in the south or in the western part of the country, but in the north it's very popular. Very, very popular. They enjoy it over there a lot, and I think it's something every family should try for breakfast, for brunch, even dinner. It's really nice. It's a nice recipe, seriously. It's nice, it's given. That's one of northern food that I like so much. So I'm just chopping this, and I'm done with this. I'm going to set this aside. Then I break my eggs in a bowl and then give it a thorough mixture. Our yam is boiling already. In a few minutes time it should be ready for mixture. So I'm just going to, I don't know how many of you do this, but I wash my eggs before breaking them, just to avoid it from being sandy. Most times the eggshells, they come with sand and some dirt. So to avoid those dirt from getting into the raw eggs, you just have to wash properly before you cut and pour in a bowl. So I'm just going to wash this properly before I cut. So all those dirt that come with egg and the shell doesn't get in. So I'm going to be adding our pepper to this. It doesn't have to be too spicy, just a little bit of it, and that's fine. And now I'll be adding our seasoning cubes. What's cooking without seasoning cubes? Of course, it's needed. So aside Yamarita, there are other northern foods or dishes that I've tried. Having stayed in the north since I was a child, actually. I grew up in the north, Abuja to be precise. So I'm adding our salt to taste. Just a little bit of it so it doesn't get too salty. And then our chopped onion. Just add this. So it come out well. And I'm going to whisk. So like I was saying, haven't stayed in the north since I was a child. Yes, I think we came to Abuja when I was 2 years plus, so you can imagine I've lived all my life in the north, and I've had so many delicacies from the north as well, like tuwo shinkafa, tuwo masara, kunun geda, kunun zafi. All those things, they are so nice. They have lots of food in the north, so much, so many that I can't even count. Some I can't even remember, but this is one of my best. Yamarita is actually one of my best. Getting ready to be fried. Our yam is not boiled yet, it's not softened yet, so we're just going to wait for that while I whisk my egg. So like I was saying, the north actually has lots of food. Most people think it's only in the south, the southeast, or the south people that have so many delicacies. But I beg to differ, that is not true. The north actually have a lot of delicacies as well. So many that I can't even remember. I've tested some of them or most of them, and I can tell you they are really, really nice. And of course, Yamarita is one of my favorites of them all. I also like kunu zafi, kunu geda as well. Kunu made with groundnut. It's also very nice and rich, like really, really rich. That's one of the things I know I like from the north. They have lots of food actually. So don't get deceived when people say they don't have anything aside tuwo and okra soup. That's not true. That's actually not true. They have lots of food. Okay, I think this is okay. Our yam is ready, and right now we are going to be taking it off the fire, and then we'll drain the water, and after that we'll start the frying proper. So I'm just going to take this off the fire and drain the water. So that is done. Now we are going to put the oil on fire. So our pot is on fire already. I'll just put our oil in it and then let it get hot before we start frying. So while that is getting hot, I'll dip our yam into the egg mix. Our yam is inside the egg mix already. So when the oil gets very hot, we just put it in. It won't last for up to 3 seconds, and we'll bring it out so it doesn't get burnt. Like I said earlier, you can actually use flour if you want, if you choose to. It depends on what works for you, but I decided not to use flour in making mine. But most of the times they use flour but I decided not to use flour, so I'll just dip this in as well. Make sure the egg goes round, like I coat it very well. Make sure it touches every part of the yam. And then when the oil is hot, you just put it in. In order for the egg not to get burnt, you leave it for just few seconds and then you bring it out. That's how Yamarita is made. Like I said earlier on, you can use whatever kind of sauce you want to eat your Yamarita. You can either use tea, you can use tomato sauce, you can use pepper sauce, you can use ketchup, you can use vegetable sauce, whatever it is you want to use. It's okay, it's fine, but we are just going to be eating this like this. We just need you to have this recipe so you can try it at home. So that's what we're doing. You can also use egg sauce. For the fact that it's already dipped in egg doesn't mean you can't use egg sauce. You can use egg sauce to eat Yamarita. So anything it is you want to use, you are free to use it. So our oil is already getting hot. We just wait for that to be done while I get this properly turned in or mixed with the egg. Okay, so it's time to fry. This is what it looks like. You have to fry both sides. Once the under part is done, then you turn it over. So you won't have to start eating raw eggs on top of it. It doesn't take time to fry actually. Very easy to prepare. There's nothing difficult about making Yamarita. It's so easy. So easy. Very easy. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Looks nice already. So I'm going to do this again and fry. Get it mixed properly before you fry. Not difficult at all. Very easy. This will soon be ready and I'll give you a honest review about this recipe. So I'll just turn this over so the under part can fry as well, so you don't have raw eggs on the other side of it. That's how it should be done. You have to be very careful when making this. If not, the eggs gets really burnt and you will not enjoy it. You end up feeling bad about the whole thing. So you have to be very watchful. Very watchful so it doesn't get burnt. You can't put this on fire and go elsewhere to do something else. Before you come back, the pot is black and the egg is something else. It's terrible already. So you have to be watchful while making this recipe so it doesn't get burnt. Who enjoys burnt food? Nobody, of course. So you have to be there watching it to avoid it from getting burnt. Very easy recipe. to make. Coming out nicely, as you can see. Yeah. Just give it a try. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Trust me. You definitely will enjoy this recipe. You will. You surely will. That's just it. So this is a part when we'll be going on a short break. And when we return from this break, I'll be giving you a honest review on how this recipe tests. And if, of course, you should be trying it or not. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
That's yummy.
If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this. Okay. I'm sure this will taste nice. I can feel it. Okay, so I'll be giving this a 10/10. That's my honest review, and I think you should try this at home. Seriously, you would love it. It's so nice, very, very nice, very easy to make, easy to prepare, and of course it is cost friendly. It's not expensive. This is something you should try. So thank you guys so much for staying through with me in all this. I am really grateful. Until I come your way again next time, I remain your favorite host, Blue. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles displaying on your screen right now. See you some other time. Bye.